Why do people gravitate toward you?
I'm a very caring person. I'm outgoing. I'm always looking out for others. And I'm just funny. Like, I don't know, people just gravitate towards me. I don't know.
Where do you think this funniness stems from?
Just being silly. Like, I'm really silly. I'm a comedian to me. I'm funny. But just being, I think, the only child. Well, not really the only child, but growing up by myself, I had to, like, entertain myself. So watching TV, watching YouTube, all that stuff, that's what I did. So.
Was that lonely?
It was lonely, very.
Now, let's say somebody else is watching this,
Okay.
and maybe they're growing up as the only child. Anything you would say to them?
I would say don't feel bad for the situation that you're in. Just learn ways to, overcome it. It's not bad. It's not the worst thing growing up as the only child. Sometimes it have perks, like you get what you want. Sometimes, don't look at the negative things all the time and look at the positive side to things.
What age were you the only child in the household for?
I would say, like...
What age range, maybe?
Middle school age range, like going into high school, that's when I was really the only child. Like, I was always the only child, like, sibling-wise, but I had my cousins staying with me, other family members, so I never was just, like, the only child in the house until, like, middle school, going into high school.
And how long did that last for?
The cousins?
Well, no, you being the only one in the house.
Oh, until I graduated.
Oh, okay. Until you graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
And what high school did you graduate from?
Brandon High School.
And where's that at?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Now, when it comes to being funny, are you the only one like that in your immediate family?
No. Everyone's funny.
Who's the funniest?
I would have to say my daddy. My daddy's the funniest.
Do you think you may have gotten it from him? Do you think it rubbed off on
It's
you?
not really like a funniness. It's like, yeah, it's a funniness, but I would say he's like you know how someone's just so rude, it's just funny? That's how he is.
And there are different types of funny. You described yourself as silly funny. Maybe your father as sarcastic funny. But then there's people that roast, kind of like a roasting funniness to them. Maybe physical funniness, kind of like slapstick type of comedy. So, there's variations to it. But when it comes to you being silly, funny, have people ever tried to take advantage of this?
I wouldn't say people try to take advantage of me being funny, no.
Okay. Has being funny ever gotten you into some sort of trouble?
Yeah, all the time. People think I'm being smart. People think I'm being funny. Like, especially in high school, girls didn't like me. Nobody liked me. Well, freshman year, they didn't like me.
Would things ever get physical?
No, well, in freshman year, it did get physical one time. A girl had touched my hair. Like, I guess they just didn't like me. I don't know why. I know why, but it was petty. So they had touched my hair one time, but other than that, it never got physical at all.
Oh, so it didn't get into some sort of altercation after the hair touch?
No, no, it should have on my end, but no. I had strict parents, so the only thing I was really focused on was, like, not getting in trouble by my parents.
Never been arrested over your silliness or funniness?
No.
And when it comes to this, has anyone ever higher up, and when I say higher up, maybe an advisor, consultant, management, ever asked you or advised you to tone it down, or maybe embrace it and encourage it even more?
Well, I had a situation at work. Like, I'm really silly. Like, I'm always laughing. I feel like that's good to laugh. That's good I don't like when people are just so rude and stuck up and stuff. But my manager, she was really mean, and she hated the fact that it was young girls working. I used to work at Sonic in high school, so she hated the fact that it was young girls getting all the attention and all that stuff, and we would be laughing, me and my friends. If you work with your friends, it's fun, and she would tell us to stop laughing or stop joking and stop being funny, and I don't understand why, but she came around, though, because she gravitated towards me because I'm fun. She came around.
What was your role with that job?
Everything. I was practically the manager, and I'm just playing. I was the car hop. Like, I took the food out to the cars. I did the drive-through orders. I did the ice cream. I did the slush. I did everything, really.
Were you on skates?
No. I tried. No, I could not skate. I can't skate doing that. No.
How does that work? Is that a requirement of some sort, or?
No, it's just like, it's not a requirement, but it's cute if you get extra tips, it's fun. But it's not really, because concrete is easy to skate on concrete, but it's like a slope. So when you're going up and down a slope with food in your hand, like, that's not good. And then you're going to get in trouble. Like, if you waste the food, they got to recook it. Customers get mad. It's not for me.
Do you get, aside from tips, do you get paid extra if you can do that by the company or no?
No. So it's just pointless in doing it.
Now, what about relationships with a significant other? Has this silliness, this funniness ever been a deal breaker or caused the end of a relationship?
No, I wouldn't say no.
Ever get tired of being silly, being funny? Ever need a break from it?
No, like, I'm laughing. I'm laughing right now, and I'm smiling. I don't know. I'm just silly. That's just me.
If people want to see this silliness, this funniness, is it seen in your YouTube channel, on your YouTube channel?
Well, actually, it was. No, it still is. I wouldn't say, because, I did, like, pranks and stuff at first, and I just felt like, pranks and stuff, not all of them were staged, but some of them were staged, and I just felt like it was always trying to be something that I wasn't, like acting, basically. And that's what it was acting. So if I'm funny, but it just wasn't authentic, if that makes sense. But now I'm vlogging and stuff, so you guys see me, being funny.
What pranks on your YouTube channel were organic, weren't staged?
Okay, so pranks like fighting, or I caught my friend trying to talk to my other friend, stuff like that was fake. But like the pranks I did, it was me and a group of other people that I did YouTube with. We blew up together. Well, they was already known before I was, and after, it was this really big thing on YouTube because we had fell out, got into it, or whatever like that. But we all benefited from each other. So we would do like I like you and stuff like that. I wouldn't say it was fake, but me and him were genuinely friends. But to the audience, it was like, oh my gosh, they're flirting with each other. They're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. They're so cute together. They date, and it just got blew out of proportion. Like, now people are still, to this day, happened 2 years ago, they're still saying, oh, you should have stayed with what's his face. And I'm just like, it wasn't fake, because I actually would prank him like I liked him, but it was just behind the scenes, we were just friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he knew it was fake. Like, I was pranking him because he knew I wouldn't try to talk to him in real life. So that's what I was trying to get out.
The fallout and things of that nature, was this all public?
Yeah, it was. It was big. like, this was my first internet. I just started blowing up. Had reached 100K on YouTube. He was at 300K, and it got all over social media. On YouTube, it was big. Yeah, and they was calling me names and stuff, and I felt like he was my friend, so for him to call me names and stuff, it hurt my feelings a lot. And it was like, once you get a name on social media, period, that's attached to you for so long.
What's the status between you two at this point?
I don't talk to him. Yeah, I don't. Like, we were following each other. I don't know if he follows me now. I don't know. So.
Following on Instagram or YouTube?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Following each other after the public situation?
No, it's so weird. We're like cool. Like, we did a YouTube, like, after we fell out, he apologized. He made a YouTube video. He apologized, a whole video, just apologizing to me, which actually helped on my end, because it seemed that, it was miscommunication on a lot of stuff. So we got back cool. Like, we did more YouTube videos together. I just felt like the vibe wasn't as genuine, felt like more forced. So after I started feeling like stuff is not genuine anymore, I kind of just distanced myself, which it was no bad blood or anything. We just, we grew up. We grew out of each other.
And for time reference, it's March 2021. And if people do want to see your YouTube channel, what is that channel?
The Lexis Makiah. Or it's Lexis Makiah, I'm sorry.
Now, how does this also work? Speaking of YouTube, before we change gears here on subjects, when you do get into like a public fallout with someone, do you keep all that material that you already published on YouTube posted? Are you taking stuff down as if nothing had happened, or how does that work?
I personally, I didn't post anything like I posted addressing comments. I didn't post anything towards the person, but I know it's still on his page and I know it's still out there. Like, it was big to the point where whether we deleted it or not, people screen recorded the lives. It was so embarrassing because it was like, why are we yelling at each other on live? Like, no. So it's like screen records of it. So whether we deleted off our page is still out there.
I get that, but do you personally keep your
like
old footage,
Yeah,
your
all
old
my old
posts?
footage, I think theirs on there too. Like, everything's still up. Like,
Okay.
I don't think it was that serious to the point where we deleted, or, you know, everything's a money thing. So they got a lot of views from it. You know, they got paid from it. So they kept it up.
What did you notice when you started getting into this public back and forth? Did you notice your subscribers going up? Did you notice your views going up?
Well, for me, it wasn't so much as growing up. It was more so like realizing who was my real supporters and who really was just around because they wanted me to be in a relationship with someone. So it was more so like realizing that I didn't want to do this no more. Like, that was really 2 years ago is when I really had my wake up call. I didn't want to do pranks. I didn't want to fake like I like someone no more, which I still did it. But recently, I just called this. I feel like I'm growing up now. I don't want to keep doing stuff like that.
Did you stop collaborating with others as well?
Well, afterwards, no, I did not. I still collaborated with a lot of YouTubers, like a lot of popping YouTubers, but most of them were males, and I feel like that gave me an image, and which we were like, I could call anybody I do YouTube videos with, and they'll vouch. Like, it was nothing. We just did YouTube videos, just, you know, just give the audience, you know, entertainment. But the viewers just take it as a pretty girl, a guy. We know behind the scenes y'all got something going on, and it's never that. Sometimes it's that, but with me, it was not that. So it's just bad. Like, I just don't like doing it.
So just for the record, with any videos you've done with another person, have you ever had a romantic relationship or sexual relations with them in any sort of capacity?
No, never. No YouTubers. No, I don't even like YouTubers. No, like, no.
Why not? What's wrong with YouTubers?
I just feel like personally, YouTubers try to, well, personally, not anybody, offense to anybody I know, but like, I watch YouTube, so I watch plenty of YouTubers. I just feel like they try to put on the front, like, you know, at first it's genuine and everyone's humble, you know, they're happy to work with others, but eventually they get to this peak, like, let's say 200K, 100K, then they start getting a big head, like celebrity A-list big head, and that's corny to me. Like, I don't like stuff like that. And a lot of guys do it more than the females. Now, females do it too, but I notice a lot of guys do it, and it's, like, unattractive. Like, because you're not like that. You wasn't like that before that camera.
So what did that whole experience teach you? What did you learn from that, if anything?
I learned that you have to get everything on your own now. Like, it's good to work with people, and it's good to have friends to put you on genuinely, but sometimes they don't look at it like that. So I learned to always get it on my own, like, regardless, like, no help, no handouts. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. I'm going to find somebody who want to work with me, but I just like to be by myself 9 times out of 10 because I don't like people to throw stuff up in my face, and I don't like people to misuse my intentions, like, when everything I do is genuine.
Now, at this point, what is the biggest misconception of you? What's a viewer opinion that is incorrect people have about you?
Ooh, this is hard. Let me see. A viewer opinion that they have about me. Misconception.
Yeah, what's incorrect about you? This is something people say, but it's not true.
Some people say that it's not true. I don't know. Like, back then, during that situation, I would just say they called me a clout chaser. Now, it died down. You know, he said it wasn't true. All that stuff was fixed. Now, I don't know. I don't have any, like, I have negative comments, of course, but it's nothing to the point where they, like, try to tell me my character or anything. If anything, it would be just something like, you think you stuck up, or you think, just little stuff like that. It's nothing. Which really, I'm down to earth. Like, I'm really down.
Do you think you've lost or gained opportunities because of that stuck-up misconception there?
Stuck-up misconception? I don't think I lost anything. Like, actually, like, my page has been, like, on a rise. Like, I've been getting noticed by a lot of people. Like, I've been getting the recognition I deserve. Like, I see from where I was 2 years ago now, like, it's definitely I'm on a rise to something else that I'm destined for.
What page are you referring to? What page are you referring to?
What do you mean?
You said on my page. Are you referring to Instagram or YouTube?
Oh, Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, I come from a small town. Like, we didn't have Instagram 2 years ago. I literally made an Instagram account 2 years ago. And I know you're like, 2 years is a long time, but think about it, like, last year just passed. Like, I just made an Instagram account. I was on Facebook. We only use Facebook. So I feel like that's a big deal for me.
And what town are you representing here?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And what's your Instagram if people are not familiar with your Instagram?
The Lexis Makiah.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Ooh, I heard a lot of rumors. The craziest rumor I hear is that I take people boyfriends and I sleep with everybody. That's the craziest rumor I heard about myself.
Have you addressed this publicly, or is this the first time you're talking about it?
This is the first time I'm talking about it. It's not something I'm always hearing, but I feel like that's a girl thing. Like, that's the craziest rumor. Like, I take people boyfriends, or, you know, I feel like Instagram, they see a girl taking pictures, you know, she poke her butt out, she dressed a certain way. They just assume that's how she is, so. Oh, no. I got the craziest rumor I heard. I'm glad I just thought about it. That I was a prostitute. Yes, that's the craziest rumor. And I'm glad I just thought about that. Yes. Is that real?
This is false.
Yes, this is false.
Have you ever addressed this publicly? Or is this the first time you're talking about it?
No, actually I did. When the rumor first came out, it was so big for me because I was in school. I just got out of class and I got a call from my father. Now, I ain't going to get into too much because I don't want to bring no family problems. But that really hurt my feelings coming from my father because I'm like, you should know me out of all people. I don't even ask you for money. What I look like asking another man for money. Like, you know, and he could vouch for that. I don't ask for nothing. And he got it. He got it. So I just don't like stuff like that. It really hurt my feelings because I'm in school. I'm doing YouTube. I sell hair. I do promo. I sponsor products. Like, I'm really out here working, and I don't ask for a handout because of situations that have happened to me in the past.
You sponsored products, or products sponsor you?
Products sponsor me. Sorry.
Just want to clarify. What happened in the past?
Well, what I just talked about, like that, and just seeing other people go through stuff, like. I don't want no one to throw nothing in my face at all, ever.
Now, was this a local rumor, like in the city or town where you're from? Or
it really wasn't a local rumor. It was more so like a fake page was created. But, you know, like, people use Instagram pictures all the time. Now, in my family, it was more like a family rumor. And that's deeper than any social media. Because I don't know these people behind the screen. But when it's in your family, you have to go to Thanksgiving and see these people. You have to do a lot of stuff. And it's like you don't want that outlook on you or people to look at you that way. So it was a fake page of me, multiple fake pages of me. And I'm used to people sending me fake pages, but it's only so much I can do. I can't report every page I see. Like, I could just ask the people who send it to me, could you please help me report this? But I can't do anything about it. So my family member ended up seeing a fake page of me and my pictures from Instagram, which clearly was screenshotted because the pictures were fully clothed. There were selfies in a car, selfies in the mirror. Wasn't even like sexy selfies or pictures, like very, very, very like false. Like, it didn't even give escort vibes. Like, I wasn't in a bed. And my family member actually believed it. Like, he called the number. He said it was my voice, which I don't know how he tied that to my voice, but he said it was my voice, my number, which I found the page. It was not me. Of course it wasn't me, but it was a whole different number. Like, that really hurt my feelings.
Did you ever personally call that number to see what was up?
Yeah, I called the number. A girl answered, and I asked her to delete the page and da-da-da, but she said she was over over the web page, or she was like the manager or something, and she did not know that the girl who was faking to be me wasn't me. She actually thought it was me. So she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know this. We tell people all the time, don't pretend to be nobody, but they do what they want to do. And it's a Twitter page of me right now making heck of money off of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. They have like 2,000 followers. So it sucks.
Never sought the advice of an attorney over it.
Well, I'm in college. Like, I know that's big. I should, but I'm in college. I got other stuff I'm worried about. And I never just thought, like, oh, let me get the legal people in it, because it's not just her. It's 100 other people doing it. Like, if I had $20 for everybody who made a fake page and put fake nude pictures of my face and stuff on there, I would be rich.
The issue is, though, somebody's making money off of you, your name, your likeness.
That's scary, too. That's very scary. I hate it.
What about the police or filing a police report? Was that ever thought?
Yes, I tried. And it was like, well, we don't have any contact information. This could be a fake number. This could be a text-free ad. We don't have any way they can use a different IP address. We don't have any way to trace. Like, it definitely because it was so serious in my family. Remember, I said I had strict parents in church every Sunday. Like, they already look at how I dress and, take pictures as an issue. So now it's like, dang, y'all just put something else on me that I'm not even doing. Like, so I definitely tried to contact the police and try to get them to, resolve it, prove to my family, because I didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care if whatever they did with the person, I didn't care. I just wanted them to show, like, this is not her IP address. This is nothing ties to me. So could you just believe that it's not me? That's all I just wanted. But they couldn't help, so had to let go and let God.
And speaking of God, which you mentioned here in this interview, do you follow a religion?
Yes.
And what religion is that?
I'm Christian.
Is it a certain denomination under Christianity you follow?
No.
And why do you follow that religion there?
I believe in God. I believe He died on the sin. Well, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. I also believe it's just something that, you have to learn. Like, at first, your parents tell you go to church. You're like in denial. Go to sleep in church. You don't pay attention to it. But God really has been blessing me. Like, put me in the shoes that I am in now. Like, just life or death situations. Just a lot of stuff like that happens. You be like, you'll read it. It happened. Your pastor preach about it. You was just thinking about it last night. It happens. Like, it's just signs. I believe him. I believe it's real. I believe the power of the tongue is real too, and He listens to what you say and what you put out into the earth, and it comes true. So,
now, going back to the rumor situation, this was an internal family rumor, but was this also an online rumor as well?
Well, no.
Okay.
I feel like people online who follow me, like, it's so crazy, because when I posted it on my story, I was like, I can't believe people really thinking this, that. I was mad. I was really in my feelings. And it was like, girl, we know that's not you. We know you. They were very supportive. They were just like, report it. But I reported it like 20, 40 times personally, refreshed the page, reported that page. I went back the next day. That page was still up. Even the lady that I talked to was over the woman. She said she was going to delete it herself, still up. So I said, you know what? Let it go.
What is your policy on rumors? Are you the type that clears them up or sweeps them under the rug?
I personally believe in clearing up rumors. Like, I don't know. I can't bite my tongue for a long time. Like, I'm always ready to address the situation. Like, if it's an elephant in the room, I really want to address it. But sometimes it's best to sweep them under the rug, like I had to do with this. But I like to address it real quick.
One rumor can break a person down. Has that ever happened to you before? Ever been broken down by a rumor?
Yeah, I cried when they called me a clout chaser. I really cried. That hurt my feelings, because I started YouTube, and they were like, girl, you're sensitive. No, I started YouTube in 11th grade. I had to deal with people, a small town, who she thinks she is, or who she da-da-da-da. I used to always tell people I just didn't want to be comfortable. Like, I just knew, like, YouTube back then when I started, it was just DDG. It was just Simply Kennedy. It wasn't really that many, like, YouTubers down south. A lot of LA YouTubers, but being called the Clout Chase, I just know I worked so hard. And I was really dedicated, and I went through a lot of judgment from my family from doing YouTube. I worked at Sonic to build up to buy my first camera, to actually do a lot of stuff for myself to get to where I was, for someone to try to throw it all away and say I was clout chasing them when it was supposed to be like, we mutually helping each other. Yeah, you got more followers than me, but you wasn't that number when I met you, so we both helped each other. So.
And speaking of Sonic, what ended up happening to that job? Did you quit or get fired?
I quit. I was at Sonic for 2 years, and I promised to God, I said, I'm not working another job no more. After I worked at Sonic, I said I was not working for nobody else no more.
Why'd you quit?
I quit because I don't want to say the word I was about to say, but that's hard labor. Like, I don't think people understand how hard, like, when we order food and we go to these places, like, we were really, like, working. Like, we could not sit down. We couldn't sit down at all, like, on our feet. Like, every time I go home, my feet would be red. I'm in school. I will go to work at 10, don't get off until 10, because they're short on staff. They're trying to save money. So I would really be work from 10 to 10, like I was a full-time worker in school, tired.
Are we talking high school or college?
High school. I haven't worked since high school. Well, for a corporate.
Was there thoughts on quitting before 2 years? Was there thoughts on getting a different type of job?
Mm-hmm. I actually, I thought about quitting the third day I was working because it was a lot. But I like having my own money. Like I said, I don't ask my parents for anything. But I was getting to the age where I needed money for certain stuff, and they were not being funny, but $20, that's nothing. I appreciate y'all giving me $20, but that's nothing. That's going in food. Like, that lasts a day, literally. 6 hours. So I was just to that point, and I thought about quitting. I actually quit twice. So I was there for 2 years, but I quit probably like a year and a couple of months in. I started working at Hollister. I didn't like working at Hollister. It was too slow. Like, time will go slow. Hey, how you doing? My name is Lexis. How may I help you? And I don't like talking. Some days you don't want to talk. And I feel like at fast food, we work and time go by fast. You talk to the customer for 30 seconds tops, a minute, and then you gone. They gone out your face. Shopping, they're in your face, asking you questions all the time. Like, don't even buy the pants. So, no. I quit Hollister, too.
How long did you stay there for?
Oh, I stayed at Hollister for 3 months. Not even 6 months, like 3 months.
And did you have both jobs at one time?
Yeah, I did. I used to work at Hollister and Sonic, but then it got to the point where I couldn't manage both of them. So I had said, I'm just going to quit Sonic. Didn't like Hollister. I was making as much money as I was making at Sonic because of tips and stuff like that. So I just quit both.
Oh, you quit both at the same time?
No. Like, I quit Sonic, and then I quit Hollister. Then I went back to Sonic, and then I quit Sonic again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got you. So how long did you originally work at Sonic before you quit?
A year and some months.
Okay.
Yeah. Before the first quit. Quit twice.
And then that second time, how long?
Second time, I was there probably for 6 months, 7 months.
And why'd you eventually go back to Sonic?
Well, it was like, I don't know if you can relate, but when you get your first job or any job, you create work friends. Like, the cook was my friend. Like, I would really have fun at work. Besides, like, the slaving and working so hard, I really would have fun. And we got free food. I would eat. Like, I was eating good every time I have ice cream when I go to school. My friends want ice cream. Bring you some ice cream, girl. Like, it was convenient. I got tips that put gas in my car. That's why I went back. It was really convenient for me. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to buy groceries. And at this time, my grandmother, she said, you work now, so you got to do everything on your own. Like, she cooked for me, of course, and stuff. But if I was hungry, I had to buy my own food.
When you cried over the clout chasing comment there, how did you cope with that aside from crying?
I was mad because like, how dare you? No, I was mad. Like, I would address it. Like, every time someone's on my block. No, but first I would like get them together real quick, and then I would block them. Cause like, why are you on my page being negative? Like, just unfollow me. Like, that's crazy.
Ever been posted on the Shade Room Teens or the Shade Room?
Never. Well, no. I never been posted on a Shade Room or Shade Room Teens. Like, a video I was in was posted, but other than that, no.
What do you mean?
Like a music video I was in, but
okay. What is your opinion on the Shade Room Teens or the Shade Room?
Honestly, I feel like they're just doing their job. A lot of I'm not gonna say the approach to certain posts are like, they be being messy and they know they be being messy, but that's their job to be messy. But a lot of times, they pick on certain people. They have their people that they pick on, and it's like, why add fuel to a fire sometimes? Because sometimes certain stuff don't need to be in the media or, brought more attention than what it already is. So, just like messy cats. Very messy. I wouldn't say Shade Room Teens is not that messy. Just Shade Room. But Shade Room Teens be messy sometimes.